I don't care what anybody says. There's no hacks for working hard. You got to work hard. I'm not saying work 10 hours to 12 hours a day, but I'm saying when you're working, you got to really put in the effort. Step number 3 is similar to hard work, but it's like deliberate practice. In baseball, I was struggling with hitting curveballs. So I would be the first guy out on the field, and the pitching coach would throw me 1,000 curveballs, and I would just do that. I would just focus on curveballs until I got better. In keynote speaking, I really struggled with transitions. And so I just practiced over and over that one piece of the keynote until I got a little bit better at that. Then I would move on to something else. So step 3 is deliberate practice. It's super important. And I want to add to that, to everybody out there, the fact that you're able to get out of your comfort zone and you're trying something, give yourself a pat on the back for that. I think there's so many people who pass up opportunities either because they don't feel like they belong or they're not good enough. And the fact that I've always said, look, I'm going to learn and let go. I'm going to learn something from this, but I'm also going to give myself a little silent pat on the back and like, hey, Damon, you know what? You tried, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love the framework. I want to test it. I want to see. Can you take us back to a time in your speaking career where things didn't go the way you wanted? How did you handle that? Can you tell us the story?
Yeah. Let me think about it. Well, I could tell you one about, I'm trying to think about my speaking career. Oh, okay. I would say the first time I ever did a podcast. Okay. This is my last chance for baseball. I went there. I had a great career there. Ready to move on to the next level and continue my professionally. Hit a home run in the College World Series. Boom. My baseball career came to an end. Didn't get drafted. 22 years old. What do I do now? So that's Damon up to 22 years old. Since then, I've been the CEO of a learning and development company called Learn It for 30 years, which is crazy to think about. And we've upskilled over 2 million people, and we help customers who turn to us if they want to onboard new managers or they want to create learning programs. And that's basically, in a nutshell, who I am. Like you said, I got a beautiful younger wife, 2 kids, a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, who I think first and foremost, I want to be a great dad, just like my parents were to me. My dad was my idol. I lost him 10 years ago to cancer. And so, that's me in a nutshell. So I went from hitting a home run in the College World Series to starting as a receptionist. I did that for 2 reasons. Number 1, I didn't want to be like, Daddy put me at the top of the organization in a senior leadership position and, with a silver spoon in his mouth. I wanted to show people that I could roll up my sleeves and contribute. And number 2, like I said, I wasn't even sure what I was capable of doing. So I swallowed my pride and I started as a receptionist. And it was funny, in the first 6 months, it was just kind of a shock to me to see the lack of competitiveness a lot of times that in the business world, I was, we'd lose deals or things wouldn't go well, and people were okay with that. I wasn't used to that being very competitive in sports. I just looked at it like I don't have a choice, and I'm not going to let this thing stop me.
Amen, brother. Thank you for that. I'm sure all of us will feast on that when we listen to this. So, team, listen up carefully. There's been some real great nuggets today. I'd love to go. Let's first go. Where can we learn with you? Where can we find out more about you and connect with you? I'm super curious to get that out there. So where do we go, Damon?
Yeah, so I'm pretty active on LinkedIn, Damon Lembi on LinkedIn. I've got a great podcast. Well, I think it's a great podcast, the Learn It All podcast, and I can't wait to get you on, Matt. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Bradbury for introducing us. Also I would, and then learnit.com. So get out of your comfort zone, do it. You make more friends. And I think it's also really important for personal branding. I think that we all have stories to share. You might be thinking to yourself, I don't have a story, but I think we all have stories, and it's a great way to give back.
And for a second there, I thought, is he actually talking to me saying, I don't think I have a story? Because you can't shut me up sometimes. But definitely, I'm with you. It's a great networking opportunity. Anyone out there who's on the fence about having a podcast, why not? Because I got to meet Damon today. I got to meet my book publisher 3 years ago. I got to meet some of my best friends in the world, literally some of my best friends. It's been incredibly helpful for our business because I've had a number of high dollar clients that have served in the podcast. So love the podcast. I'm a big proponent of it.
Great leaders aren't born or made. They're always in the making. If I can do this, and be successful and continue to want to be more successful, you can do it as well. That's what I'm referring to your listeners.
Awesome. Well, let's dive into the lightning round here. We know where to find you. We're going to find you on LinkedIn. We're going to find it on the Learn It All podcast, and you're the CEO of Learn It. So we know where to find you. I'm curious. I want to ask you about books. I'm thinking if your eyesight is a challenge, I don't know if you're reading as much. I see a bunch of books on your shelf.
Yeah.
But when it comes to books, are there 1 to 3 books that you have read or listened to that you recommend to the audience that's had an impact on you?
Yeah, well, so again, I adapted. I read off a Kindle now with a bright contrast. So all the books behind me I can't read, but whatever, it's fine. I read the Kindle version of them. I just
Yeah.
brought these books here because my wife said she needed more room for the kids at home, right? So that's why you see all these books.